Welcome to today's Proven Learning Series. In today's learning session, we are going to review the utilization of attachments within Proven Jobs and Proven Jobs Mobile. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's training session using Proven Jobs attachments in web and mobile. We are excited to have you here and appreciate you taking the time to join us. This session is designed to help you get the most out of the Proven Jobs platform by showing you how to effectively manage attachments and e-forms across both web and mobile environments. Whether you're working in the office or out in the field, the ability to upload photos, manage documentation, and capture electronic signatures, either in person or remotely, can make a huge difference in your workflow. Today, we'll be walking you through exactly how to do that. Before we begin today's session, let's review a few housekeeping items. All attendees have been muted during today's session to cut down on background noise. Your videos are automatically turned off during today's session to avoid any distractions. This session recording will be available via our PSA Help Library in addition to our company's YouTube channel. Any questions that you have during today's session will need to be directed to our PSA support team, which can be reached at support@canmsys.com. Today, we'll review how to manage your user and company settings to ensure your team can upload and access attachments seamlessly. We're going to look at creating organized subfolders by job type to keep your files clean and searchable. And applying photos to jobs directly from the mobile app is an essential feature for documenting progress in the field. And we'll deep dive into e-forms, including how to capture in-person and remote signatures, upload and use customizable forms like certificates of completion or work authorizations, and understand mobile settings like replace PDF functionality. Let's first take a look at company settings. You will need to verify your company settings for file management on the mobile app and ensure your custom forms are set up to sync to mobile, and we will review the setup of the Proven Jobs subfolders. To access Proven Jobs Mobile company settings, you'll go to Settings, Company Settings, Jobs, and then the Mobile tab. From here, your options are Mobile to replace form PDF, use local storage for taken pictures, and display attachments in folders. Mobile to replace form PDF. What this means, if enabled, when a custom form from the same name is applied to a job file, then another form with the exact same name is applied via the mobile app. The mobile app form will replace the original. If this feature is not enabled, then the form added from the mobile app will have a sequential number value, such as 1, added to the end. Use local storage for taken pictures. If enabled, pictures taken from the app's camera are to be held within the device's photo gallery. Display attachments in folder. If enabled, the device will display downloaded attachments within the job file, allowing the user to select each subfolder to open and view. When it comes to mobile fieldwork, not all forms are created equal, and not all need to travel with your team. Based on your company's policy and workflows, you can choose which forms should sync to mobile devices. For example, forms like work authorizations or certificates of completion are often synced so that signatures can be captured live in the field, streamlining the documentation and ensuring compliance on the spot. When the feature is enabled for mobile, we'll ensure that this form is available for download within the Proven Job file on the Proven Jobs mobile app. To review your forms and ensure your mobile forms are enabled to sync to the mobile app, you will go to Settings, Company Settings, General, and Edit Custom Forms. You'll click Edit to open a form and ensure for mobile is enabled. Keeping your files organized is key to maintaining efficient workflows and quick access to project data. Subfolder directories allow you to structure your files in a way that mirrors your team's processes, whether by job type, project phase, or any other category that makes sense for your organization. To enable a user access to create and maintain job type subfolders, you will navigate to Settings, Roles, open the desired role type, navigate to Jobs, and Job subfolders. The security access options are Create, which grants the user the ability to create a subfolder setup. Delete grants the user the ability to delete a subfolder setup. Edit would grant the user the ability to modify an existing subfolder setup. And View would grant the user the ability to view any existing subfolder setup. By creating a default subfolder directory by job type, then moving forward, any new jobs with that specific job type will automatically have the default subfolder directory. To create and or maintain job subfolders, you will navigate to Settings, Company Settings, Jobs, and Edit Subfolders. To create a new subfolder directory, you will click the Create button. You will enter a description, such as Content Job Files. Then choose the job type this folder should be created under. Next, we'll need to select a directory. You'll click Create and enter a name for the directory, such as Before Photos, After Photos, Pack Out, Pack In, etc. You can choose to make the directory file public. By doing so, then any files added to that file folder will automatically be public and sync with any third party integrated to the job file, such as Xactimate. In my example, you can see that we've created a subfolder for Contents Jobs for our job type of Contents. We've created 4 files in our directory, and on the right-hand side, you can see how they were created upon job creation. Once the setup's complete, you'll click Save. Now let's take a look at adding photos to a job file. First, let's review how to add photos from Proven Jobs mobile app. Once within the job file on the mobile application, click the camera icon labeled Attach. Camera utilizes the device's camera to snap pictures as the user is moving along through the location and saving them in a queue prior to upload. Choose Files allows the user to choose files from the devices saved to upload to the job file. File name, if entered prior to Camera or Choose Files is selected, will apply the name to each file. And Annotate, if selected, will prompt the user to annotate each picture. Let's look at adding photos from the camera. To apply photos to a job, utilizing the camera function, we'll select the camera icon. Once selected, this will utilize the device's built-in camera function. Just point and snap the desired area, and in the lower right-hand corner, you can select to save the photo, or you can select to retake if you're needing to retake the current photo. The saved photos will populate within the attachment section. Once all photos have been taken, select Cancel to exit the camera window. To make any modification prior to upload, select the photo to open. This will allow the user to modify or change the name of the photo by selecting Name. Users can modify the file name or enter in a description information. Once modified, click Save. Once all modifications have been made and pictures have been taken, and the user is ready to upload, the user has the final opportunity to confirm the directory or the path which the pictures are saved. In order to select the associated directory, select the drop-down menu beside the directory. This will populate a list of directories or files within which the user can select. To apply photos or files to a job file utilizing the Choose Files function, you'll choose Select Files icon. Once selected, users can choose which file type to upload, an image or a file. If images are chosen, the app will look to the device's camera roll for selections. Users can select up to 10 photos for iOS users, and Android-based users can select any number of photos. If File is chosen, the app will look to files that are housed within the device's native files. Within the Proven Jobs Attachment tab, defined at the job level, users have the ability to utilize forms. These forms have been created within your database by a company administrator. These forms can be utilized for various reasons, such as obtaining in-person electronic signature capture, obtain remote electronic signature capture, upload and prepare various forms that are built in within your specific database. First, we'll take a look at how to prepare a form for remote signature on our mobile app. Then we will review how to add a form and capture signature in the field from our mobile app. And finally, we will review how to send an e-form for signature from Proven Jobs Web. First, we will review how to prep our form prior to being signed. I will start the form on our Proven Jobs Web and then show how the form can be downloaded to the mobile app and be signed on the job site. I have navigated to my job file and I'm in the Attachments tab. Next, I will go to the Forms section and I will need to add my form. Today I'll be prepping the work authorization, so I'll click the Forms drop down and I'll choose my work authorization and I'll click the blue Add. I can choose to rename my form if desired, or I can just simply click Save and the form will be added to the job file. Next, I will open the form by clicking in the form name hyperlink. Based on your form setup, specific fields may have auto-populated with data from the job file, such as insurance company or claim number. If needed, I can fill in any missing fields that are not auto-populated, such as dollar amount, When the form is ready, I will simply save as PDF, so the job file will be added to the Documents section of the job file. Now the form is ready to be downloaded to the job file on the mobile app for signature. I have navigated to our Proven Jobs mobile app, and I will navigate to my job file and go to Forms. I will click the Sync button at the top right to refresh all job data, and I'll click OK. And now I'll click the Download button to add any forms from the Proven Jobs web, and my work authorization has populated. Now I can open the form. Within the form, the homeowner can review the information and complete the required fields. They will enter their email address, the approval date. If there's a segment per homeowner, they can add them here. And all of this is based on your specific form and what you require your homeowners to fill out. And now they're ready to sign. The homeowner can simply click the Sign button, and they'll be presented with the e-signature, which they can use the tip of their finger and complete, and click Done. Additionally, they'll print their name. If there's a second homeowner that's required to sign, they can do so now and print their name. And then finally, the company's authorized signer. Again, they'll click Sign. They'll sign their name. And they can choose to check the box to send an email, and they can choose the email to send it to, or they can write it in. And when they click Save, the document will be added to the job file, and an email with the completed form will be sent to the homeowners. And click Sync to refresh. Once the document is signed, no further modifications can be made, and the fully executed work order is now available in my Jobs App Attachments tab. So we'll go to Documents, and here I have my work authorization, and I can open it, and I can see my homeowner signature and my company of representatives. I've turned my drag and drop off, and now I can drag my documents where I want them, and I can click Yes. However, forms don't always need to be prepared for signature prior. Forms can be added via the mobile application and signed on site. Let's review that process. I'm back within my Proven Jobs mobile app and in the Forms section of my job file. From here, I will click the magnifying glass and select my form. Once my form has been selected, I'll click the plus Add button. The form again has a populated information from the job file, and I can walk the homeowner through completing the form and the signature process. Click Save to Send. Now let's look how to send a form via email correspondence for electronic signatures. Please note that your customers and contact records will need to have an email address associated with their record to utilize this feature. Within Proven Jobs, I've navigated back to my job file and I've gone to the attachment tabs and I'm in my Forms menu. Again, I'm going to select my desired form and I will click Add. Modify the name and click Save. The name does not have to be modified. I'm simply doing that because I'm in my training database and I want to signify which form I'm sending. From my Forms menu, I will change my view from the thumbnail view, which we're currently in, and you can hover and you can see thumbnail, to the list view. By changing this view, each form now has additional options. The magnifying glass will take you to that form so you can view it in its PDF format. The paper icon will duplicate the form for you, whereas the paper airplane icon will take you into the signing request, and that's what we're going to choose today. So I'll click the icon, and now I'm in my signing request. Once within the signing request, if available, you can choose a log template to pre-fill in the subject and the body of the email. We'll select our log note template, such as e-signature request, and click Add. My subject line has been added, and a brief note to my customer letting them know what we're requiring. It's automatically pulled in the customer's name and is populated with our note. The next item is choosing our signing orders and who will be signing them. To the right of email recipient, we have three icons. The asterisk will populate all companies and contacts from your records. The briefcase will populate only company records. And the person silhouette will only show contacts. So again, this is a way to filter out your contact types. I'm going to leave it on all. And my first signature is going to be my homeowner. So I'm going to search the list for my homeowner's name. And her email address will auto-populate from her customer record file. And I'll click Add. And now I'm presented with the signing order options. This specific form has three signatures. I have my property owner, the secondary property owner, and my company representative. By choosing property owner as the first one, the signing order will indicate that my homeowner is the primary signer, and if selected, I can choose a secondary signer, which would be my additional property owner, and then my final would be my company representative. So we're choosing my homeowner, and I'll click Save. And I'm going to choose the secondary homeowner as the second signer. And his email will auto-populate, and I'll click Add. Now we have two options. We have our additional property owner and our company representative left. I want my secondary homeowner to sign second, so I will choose them and click Save. And now I will add my company representative. And I will click Add, and the final option, I'll click Save. Our next option is the Attach button. If desired, you can attach additional documents, such as pictures or any other forms that you would like to attach, but please note that you do not need to attach the form that we're signing because it will be sent in an electronic format for them to sign. Our final option is the hours the link is active. By default, my company settings is 8 hours. That means if I send this with 8 hours, that the first signer has 8 hours to sign it or the link will expire. These can be changed based on your company's default, or you can simply change to add more time within the signing request here, or you could take away hours, whatever you guys need. Once the signing request is ready, you'll click Save, and the form will be sent. The form will go in order. At first, the first signer will get an email with a link that they will click on that will take them in to the signing request. Once they've completed their signing request, the second signer will then receive the link and they will sign. And then the final will be the company representative. Once the first 2 signatures have been completed, your company representative will get an email and they will complete the signing request. Here's what the email will look like. Again, this pulled in from my log note template. Here's the link that was generated. Your homeowner will click the link and they'll be directed to the Proven Jobs signing request. They'll need to verify that they are the person who is signing by clicking yes. From here, they can review the form, read it in its entirety, and when ready, they can click sign. They'll need to type their name first, and then sign in the gray signature block. They'll accept the terms and click Save. An email notification of this signed document will be sent to all parties, including the job file. Once the document's fully executed, again, it will be available within Proven Jobs job file. That does conclude our training session for today. I'd like to thank you all for joining me, and if you have any additional questions, please email us at support@canmsys.com.